Hey, how's it, everyone? This is the football match reaction show. I am your host, Fari Rachikuni. I'll be giving you a few takeaways from the three major games from last night in the English Premier League, starting with the champions Man City at home to Nottingham Forest, followed by Liverpool at home to Newcastle, and then I'll end this show by giving you my views on Arsenal uh, at home to Aston Villa. So without further ado, let's start at the Etihad, where it was the champions Manchester City 6, Nottingham Forest nil. Erling Haaland's hat trick, the second in the space of about 5 days. He now has nine, nine league goals in 5 games for the champions, looking ominous, looking every bit the number nine and the player that I thought it would be when he signed from Borussia Dortmund, and he has hit the ground running as the new Liverpool. I mean, as the new Man City number nine. The first goal is all about his power, the way he just eases off the Nottingham Forest centre back Warrell with consummate ease. To be able to nick him to nick in front of him and open the scoring for the champions. By the way, the ball by Phil Foden is another sensational ball in from the young England star. The second goal is all about his poaching abilities. The way he just anticipates where the ball will end up, and he is there to basically tap it in. Nice bit of interplay from Bernardo Silva, Bernardo Silva to Alvarez, Alvarez to Gundogan to Haaland, and Haaland with a one touch around the corner to Phil Foden, who who has his shot saved, or rather the defender just is able to nick the ball in front of him. However, it falls to Haaland, who just has a simple tap in to make it 2-0. The third goal is also about his poaching abilities, but the big takeaway from me was his movement to find space in the 6 yard box to basically just head it in. Um, the ball by Cancelo though is sensational yet again. So that, yeah, like I said, that's his second hat trick in the space of 5 days. So I do expect him to score between 30 and 40 league goals. If he doesn't, I will be, quite frankly, I will be shocked if he doesn't. Uh, the other thing, looking at the stats from yesterday, I think he had a total of 16 touches throughout the game. Um, from those 16 touches, he scores 3 goals. But it got me thinking. We've heard during these past seasons that modern day number nines are required to be involved in the link up play, that sort of thing. But now, if you look at Haaland, he is more often than not, he's not interested in linking up play, that sort of thing. He reminds me a bit of Pipo Inzaghi and Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's just there to put the ball in the back of the net. So I don't know what you guys think, and what the narrative will be now, looking at Haaland. And I think the very same thing is going to happen with Liverpool's Darwin Núñez. He won't be too interested in joining the in linking up play. He'll be all about putting the ball in the net. So I think we are beginning to see the re-emergence of of those type of number nines who, yeah, they are able to link up play, but the main thing is they are just interested in putting the ball in the net. So they'll have few touches of the ball. However, the outcome will be detrimental to the opposition, because they are just going to score goals. I mean, City and Liverpool, they create so many chances. So the two number nines of the respective teams are bound to score goals for fun this season. Um, Another thing, Young Julian Alvarez, he has flown under the radar due to the excellence of Erling Haaland. He got his first brace for the champions last night. In my view, I think he's an upgrade on Raheem Sterling, and in time, I think if it's not an upgrade as well to Gabriel Jesus, certainly Erling Haaland is. Yeah, so I think the two signings have just once again elevated City to to a to a different level. Today they've signed the young Swiss international centre back Akanji from Borussia Dortmund as well. So they've got cover there at the back as well. Uh, Moving on to Forest. Look, I don't think Nottingham Forest should be downbeat at the result. Their season was never going to revolve around results against Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, the traditional top six. Their season will revolve around results against Everton, the likes of Everton, Fulham, Southampton, Aston Villa, those kind of teams. That will be in the bottom half of the table. So it will be important for them to get good results against the teams in and around them to maintain their status in the Premier League. Um, Moving on to Liverpool, Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. Look, the the big thing from last night would be how the referee plays 8 minutes of added time instead of the five that was indicated by the fourth official. What I would say regarding that though is, look, the stoppage time is not necessarily set in stone in the sense that if it says 5 minutes, then the referee should play 5 minutes and then blow the whistle. No, what is what it means that basically the referee will play a minimum of 5 minutes or a minimum of 4 minutes, minimum of 2 or 1 minute or 3 minutes, depending on what the fourth official says. So the key phrase there or the key word there is minimum. So he can play anything, any amount of time over that minimum. So yeah, I thought we should just keep that into we should just keep that we just take that into consideration. Um, but yeah, man, I thought Newcastle rather were hard done by in terms of the result. They deserved at least a point in that game. But moving on to Liverpool, look, I thought the equalizer was sensational. The ball from Fabinho, who plays it through the lines to Harvey Elliott, who then plays it to Mo Salah, who then reverses the ball to Bobby Firmino to find the bottom corner. I thought that was one of the best goals from last night, and by extension, one of the best goals this season so far as yet. So far, um, Harvey Elliott was once again superb for Liverpool, and Bobby Firmino as well was again sensational for Liverpool as well. Look, they just both followed on from their performance against Bournemouth on Saturday at Anfield. So yeah, it's the improvement there from Harvey Elliott. Look, he's coming off from a broken ankle and time off. So how he is reintegrated into the Liverpool team um, with injuries is impressive. And on that as well, look, Liverpool, as we all know, have suffered from injuries to some of their key players. The two centre backs, Matip and Konate, Thiago Alcantara in midfield. They suffered another injury last night to Henderson. Fabinho was injured initially in the beginning of the season. Diego Jota is out through injury, the suspension of Darwin Nunes. So with all those injuries, to still be 5 points behind the favourites Man City, 7 points behind the leaders Arsenal, and 4 points behind fourth place Brighton. I think that is some effort from Jurgen Klopp and his men. So just imagine when all those players come back and they get up to speed. Liverpool will be another two levels up, in my view, and they are still title favorites. That's for sure. Um, yeah, so that's Liverpool to Newcastle 1. And finally, Arsenal to Aston Villa 1. Arsenal remain the only team with a 100% record this season. Mikel Arteta has built or is building a something special there at the Emirates. Arsenal are playing with a degree of confidence not seen in years and years and years. It will be interesting, though, to see how they perform if Jesus is out with an injury, because I do not think Eddie Nketiah is at that level as yet. So it will be a challenge to them, in my view, as and when that happens. As for Aston Villa, uh, Steven Gerrard, 3 wins in 16. He's lost 4 games from 5 this season. I know Aston Villa have spent about 50 to 70 million pounds since his arrival on players. They are in the market for about two more today. They're also looking at one of the Wolves players to sign at Aston Villa. Look, with Christian Perslow being the CEO of Aston Villa, obviously the appointment of Steven Gerrard was mainly down to Christian Perslow. They worked together at Liverpool when he was in the board at Liverpool, and when Gerrard was still a player there, so they've got a close relationship there. But he must be thinking, "Oh my Lord, what have I done?" Steven Gerrard even said to himself that his job is in the balance. So he needs to improve on the results. And the good thing that he said as well was, look, he won't shy away from the responsibility of getting Aston Villa up and going in the right direction. But look, my view is that he's way out of his depth, and I expect him to be sacked sometime sooner rather than later. Because look, the players that Aston Villa have, they should be nowhere near where they are now. I mean, if Leicester City tonight beat Man United, then Aston Villa are rock bottom, and so alarm bells should be ringing right there. You know what I mean? But going back to Arsenal, look, they've done well. So credit where it's due. They've done well. 100% record. The fans are beginning to believe that something is brewing there at the Emirates. You know what I mean? So there's a sense of growth in that team, because if judging by the results last season, then the season before, for example, last Saturday, if Fulham go on to score in the second half, last season or the previous seasons, Arsenal lose that game or draw that game, they don't go to win. They don't go on to win. Even yesterday, they might have drawn that game, but with the sense of growth within the team, I think it's testament to the growth within the team that they've gone on to win those games that they would have previously drawn or lost. In saying that, though, they haven't played anyone of substance. You would expect Arsenal to beat Crystal Palace. You would expect Arsenal to beat Fulham. You would expect Arsenal to beat Bournemouth. You would expect Arsenal to beat Aston Villa as well. So, look, until they play teams of substance, the jury, in my view, is still out on Arsenal. And those fixtures are coming now. On Sunday they play Man United, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare at Old Trafford. I know United are not in a good space, but they've won the last 2 games, so that's something to be positive about for fans of United. Yeah. So those are just my thoughts, folks. Please send me your comments, your feedback that type of thing. And please do not forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. It is Champ Sport. Yeah, give me your thoughts, your comments, feedback, that sort of thing. And till next time, thank you very much. Cheerio.